Hey everyone, in today's video, we're going to see about how ChatGPT works in Backend. We give a prompt or send a message to ChatGPT and it replies back with a relevant message. For example, we give hi and it replies with hello or hi, how can I help you? Same greeting, similar greeting in the form of response. So, how it actually happens in backend, let's discuss that. The entire flow has 5 to 6 steps. So, first thing is a prompt that happens from the user. So, user send or give a prompt or ask a ChatGPT to give a response. So, the input says, write a motivational quote about learning Python. This is my input. I'm just sending this to a ChatGPT. So, how it happens to think a response for my input is the first step is tokenization. Tokenization is nothing but splitting your text or making it as a chunks. Like so it makes this as an individual word so that in next step we can convert that into numbers. So these pieces, word pieces that we are going to convert into numbers. Let's say Python has 4821 and learning as 1932. So this is a number which we give. In the sense ChatGPT assigns the algorithm embeddings, which will just assign this number to every word. So it has an English vocabulary for every word. It has a number, unique identification number, and that number for Python is 4821 and for learning is 1932. So every sentence, the entire sentence becomes number. So like in human, we think we read a sentence word by word, right? Like we just read it as a sentence. But how machine learns is it learns or reads by word. Like write a motivational quote about learning Python. So word by word, it will be in the vertical order, not in a horizontal order. Human reads in horizontal order, but AI or any machine learning model, it reads from word by word, like vertically. So next since we have this number conversion, we are into the process of having this word vector. I hope you all remember word vector, which is nothing but finding relationship between words. For example, if we give cat, it is close to dog. If we say king, close to queen. So it identifies a relationship between these sentences. Basically, the numbers which will be grouped together. That's all. So that is what these vectors do. So then its entire embedding process has this method of converting the numbers and forming vectors. So you can have the semantic search and all based on this, the TF, IDF, those things. So it is for the relationship identification mechanism. So the embedding part and vector conversion is done. The next one is transformers. Transformers. So what transformers does is it looks all the word together. It looks every word together and understands the relationship, finds context, and it predicts what should come next. So this is what the transformer does. Inside transformer, we have like few things. One is attention mechanism, and it does the training. So in attention mechanism, what we do, we pick which word need to be focused. So let's say in this entire sentence, we know Python as in programming, and motivational for success or growth. And we need to write about it. It may be a large or small, but it clearly says quote, so it is small. So these are the words which made what it need to be given from the model side. So we have these words and it clearly says like what it actually be done. So with that, we are going into training one. So we just move this, attention is done, and we are going into training now. So training can be done by any neural network model. So that possibly happens and identifies which need to be the probability of identifying the upcoming words, right? So we just pick the topmost and most relevant words for the input that we have given to the ChatGPT. So how it actually does is, for example, let's say I'm just trying to give the quote which says, which will pick all these terms from the vectors, I mean groups together, which all the words which is possibly happens from this group, this particular group. So let's say like we have words like fun, useful, and we also can have like easy. So these are the words. For example, I'm saying only three, but it can be having like plenty of words. So from this word, it need to be understand like which one will be more important the probability of happening. Like let's say like for fun have like 40% of probability, and useful has like 35, and easy has like 20 or something. So these are like most relevant in this group for the particular code that we are writing. But before that, we need to have like full sentence, right? So for example, like learning, which will have learning Python is. So learning Python is fun. So this is a priority that we need to give. So learning Python, the sentence formed based on the prompt that we have given, and it understood the codes which will have like these words relevant to the attention kept for certain words. So we are having these two words, and the is came from the transformers. Actually, it understood the meaning of the sentence by grouping it in this step. So it knows English and following words which will come with the verb or noun or anything, adjective, similar to that. So with that, we understood fun was the high priority word. So write a motivational quote about learning Python gives learning Python is fun. So this is how ChatGPT works, and this is how it gives the response back to the user. I hope this video finds you well. That's all I have. Thanks for watching. Bye.